first episode of the RetroRama Podcast with me, Sonny, Jordan, RetroRama, TheTapioca.
That's me, I'm the Tapioca.
And Michael.
Oh, hi, Michael.
No, Owen's not.
no, I did say Owen.
No, you didn't.
I wanted to talk about, because me and Bowen, the Tapioca, me and him were actually having this conversation like a couple days ago about would you rather, what was it? All I remember is the chimp.
Okay, here's how it goes.
Yeah.
Would you rather fight an enraged, like I'm talking fuming, ready to kill chimp, like ape kind of guy, or tweet the N-word and have it go viral?
Yeah.
Tweet the N-word.
That's what I'm saying, because there's like a chance of survival there. But Sonny, on the other hand, was he was questioning the likelihood as to whether or not he could fight a like ape mode ape.
You're built like a limb. Like you're not gonna beat him. It's just not gonna have.
Okay.
You know, and if you just tweet, it'd be viral for like a week, and then everyone just forget about it.
Exactly.
So you'll be fine. An ape will just murder you right then and there, and you'll be dead.
Well, so in my mind, I did not realize like how built chimps were. You know, like when I thought of a chimp, I thought of like those little that monkey from Indiana Jones 2. You know what I'm talking about? Like a little, yeah. But I thought, but then someone sent me a photo of a chimp, and like a chimp with no hair is just built.
Yeah.
Like they're
they're like my thought process going into it was like because they're small is probably the only advantage you have, is that they don't,
except they're not
that high.
That small. They're like
they're small in terms of height, and like that's about the only advantage, because they're living in nature. They're constantly being worked out. Like imagine if a monkey had gym equipment, right? Like they're
just agile and flexible. They have essentially 4 hands.
Right.
Also, I found out that chimps have gang wars.
Sonny, that's
screw
correct.
Screw blood gang or whatever. You know, decide which side of the jungle you're on.
It's fucking rocks and bananas. That's what's going on now.
No, but like literally they're in groups, and these groups will like go out and have full out wars between each other. It's like gang wars, but in the jungle.
That sounds awesome.
I know.
I guess so. Have they gotten this on video before?
Let me see.
Sonny, look at General.
This is
what you think you're gonna be fighting.
You see, well, no, I wasn't thinking that, but like, it's okay. Let me. I'm thinking like those type of monkeys, you know?
That's
General.
No, that'd be too easy. I'm gonna eat that for dinner.
I feel like that would still be I feel like that would be even more
chimp.
of a pain to fight.
That's a monkey. No, because the thing is, like, it's gonna suck until you get like a good grip on its neck, and you just squeeze like you fucking shake.
But like, why would you want to fight this? I mean, look how clean that cut is.
Right, you get in the fresh cut, the fade, and everything.
Fresh fade. But I didn't realize like how tall chimps are. Chimps are huge.
Have you ever been to the zoo, bro?
Dude, I haven't. The last time I went to the zoo was like, it's like 2nd, 3rd grade.
Oh, you're so cool. No zoo for you. Too big for big kid. I mean, small kid boys.
No.
Oh my god.
I would go to the zoo. I honestly want to go to the zoo.
I cannot fucking stand the zoo. The zoo is
really. You don't like it?
Well, firstly,
you haven't even fucking been there, Sonny. What?
I have.
The deal's like because there is a lot of people that are like, oh, I'm against the zoo because it's like, oh, it's cruel to animals, and it's like, oh, they got to stay in that one place their whole lives. And
I've always just been like, monkey.
My deal is like, not only is it like depressing to see all these poor fucking animals just sitting in this same 5 square feet their whole lives, but like, also, it's just fucking boring. I'm sorry, I've never, even when I was a kid, I went to the zoo, I didn't have a good time. The only reason I had a good time was because I was walking around with my friends outside.
Well, yeah, that was always, I mean, that's with any, okay, get this. So, last time I had a field trip was like back in 2nd grade, and I, all that stuff. And then coming into 8th grade, I'm hyped, going to a new school, and we're having a field trip. I'm like, yes, with all these new friends I've made, this is going to be awesome. I find out that the field trip is the farmer's market, which at the time was right across the street from my house.
What a fucking snooze fest.
I know, and they went on the day everything was closed. Like, we got there, and I was like, why did we come today?
My God.
So I was about to just dip
What a
back to
field trip. My favorite field trip was, I don't even know if I can call this a field trip. It was just kind of a regular trip, but me and my entire class went to Galveston. That was like, I really hope we were gonna be able to do that like Mr. Davison's class in high school, but now we're never gonna get to because of COVID. And it was seventh grade, and this trip out of town with my entire school was fun. So imagine what it would be like in high school.
I know. But like, okay, I'm gonna say this about Galveston. Galveston's like, the idea of Galveston is great, but when you get there, just the amount of like, I mean, because just the area has like slowly begun to get run down, just because I think there was like a really bad hurricane a couple of years ago.
Well, yeah.
Like, Galveston was literally on par with New York in terms of like, because of just how it was placed in the coast. And then a hurricane swept through and just knocked out everything. And it's still recovering to this day. And then you got COVID on top of that. So like, when I went there, it was really nice, but like a street over, it was just like homelessville, even though like where I was staying was nice.
I did not experience any of that. I was just like, wow, it was like all the, I guess they only showed us the best parts of Galveston.
Yeah.
There was also a lot of, we like traveled around and looked at a bunch of historic Texas shit.
Did y'all go to, I don't know if y'all went, but it's the Bubba Gump shrimp from Forrest Gump. Have you seen that movie? Or
No.
Yes, I've seen what? Okay.
You haven't seen it, Olin? No?
I don't watch movies for a living.
I don't think anyone here makes a living, but like,
yeah, I wish.
It's Forrest Gump. What are you talking about?
Probably seen it, but I just don't remember what it's about. Or like something. Better.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god. All right. Next topic. Do we got another question?
Yeah. I had it, but hold up. I'm trying. Oh, yeah. I was gonna go back to the field trip. The coolest field trip I probably had was Austin, and I was visiting UT with like my entire class in 8th grade. So that was fun. That was like the only cool field trip we had.
Going to Austin was probably my favorite. It was probably my favorite field trip too. It was probably my favorite road trip.
Austin is just a great, like, the whole vibe it gives.
Yeah,
is really nice.
Bro,
I
Austin's
like.
boring shit.
On one hand, it's like, all the artsy, like ethnic, incredibly cultural areas of Texas, and then on the other hand, it is like unreal homelessness. Like,
oh, absolutely,
homeless people in some ways, the best homeless communities in Austin have a better standard of living than the lowest housed people in Austin. Like,
yeah,
the poorest home cannot beat the richest homeless. It is impressive. They got like communities set up. It's like honestly, I would
like
give you a home.
like a tent city.
Yeah, like I would give you a home, but you kind of got everything set up. I don't feel the need to donate anymore.
Yeah, but you see that even in Dallas, like especially South Dallas. Yeah. Like I'll be driving, taking the back way or something, and I'm like, all of a sudden, boom, I'm in a campsite, like hundreds of tents everywhere.
Oh my god!
And everyone's just like chilling, playing cards. I'm like, golly, y'all vibing.
No, yeah, like something I've heard, which cities must hate, but a lot of homeless people, it's like a choice. So
yeah,
like, which has to be so aggravating to cities because they're like, hey, can you please not choose that though?
Yeah.
And then they were like, no, like living in a home is, I would rather have to deal with the elements than deal with your fucking taxes and bullshit. And they're like, okay, but I don't like it when you sleep on benches. I'm like, bitch.
Then give me a tent. Give
Yeah.
me money. Yeah, but no, it's definitely a lifestyle people choose. Like this one dude in Dallas, like that my dad knows, he's homeless, and it's not like he wants to get better. He just prefers being homeless. Like he's just living his own dream.
Yeah, no, it's honestly a vibe.
It's honestly, I mean, it's a sort of freedom in a way.
Absolutely. I don't that's not my goal, but
Oh,
like
absolutely not. I'm good.
but like I could settle for like, oh, maybe getting one of those vans with just like a lot of room in it,
Mm.
you know? Like you
That's
could
becoming like a trend, like the whole turning buses and someone turned a fire truck into a house. It was super rad.
yeah, like honestly the idea of a mobile and like completely customized house is
Hmm.
awesome. I was doing some like serious hardcore thought about it, and I'm like, if I honestly spend a couple $100, my truck could be a really good home on wheels, because you could get I could get one of those covers for the bed of the truck, and then
Yeah.
like turn that into my sleeping area,
Hmm.
and then have the driving station, and then the passenger seat would have like a fucking, what is it, like a stand for my tablet and shit.
Yeah.
It'd be really cool. But
I
also, I don't want my mom to disown me, so I'm gonna stay salvage.
Yeah, I actually saw like a month back. I should have checked it out and checked out what the price was. But like those really old like 70s wagon vans.
Yes.
It was like that, and it literally had like the old yellow, brown, orange colors, and it looked really good in like condition. And if I were to, live on wheels, I think
Yes.
I would choose that because
Yes.
it's such a vibe.
Yeah. I love it. It's
For me, the
literally
only
the
issue is like
cars.
one, desk space if I ever needed to work on something, and two, um, water. Like just like not necessarily like drinking, but like shower
Yeah.
and all that sort of
Yeah.
stuff.
I feel like
Yeah.
I think the why. I don't know. If you can nail down a solid means of income and just keep a subscription for the YMCA, you can shower there.
Yeah.
But
I mean, that's definitely
my favorite form of life on wheels that Nicole and I have become recently obsessed with is food trucks. They're
Oh
not
my
that
gosh, that would be
they are
awesome.
not that expensive, dude.
How much are they?
Well, like they're like $2,000 to $3,000 if you buy them at the right place.
Really?
They'd
That's
be
crazy.
they'd be small, but like we've been obsessed with it because I keep making all kinds of sandwiches lately, and
Mhm.
Nicole was like, "Oh my god, like a grilled cheese food truck," and I'm like, "Oh my god, that sounds fucking awesome." Because I
Real
have a
cheesers on wheels.
cheesy fucking
Grilled cheese deluxe from Cheezers. I
yeah.
definitely I feel like I could definitely turn my car into a home on wheels because of how much space it has, and also
Fuck
the
you.
back, like the
All your
trunk
space.
area, it has a cover. You can it's a camping car.
Yeah.
So I could definitely
Sonny,
if I wanted to make that into a,
where would you put your kitchen and make your ramen?
I don't know. Probably
Exactly.
just
You can't live in it.
I
You're like,
probably have
"Oh,
just like
make
one of a,
ramen?"
well, I mean, this is not something, as much as like the idea sounds cool, I would never find myself actually doing it.
Gas station food. I was
You
talking.
see, I ate 7-Eleven food because I was doing house crew for the musical. I think it was a year ago, or
Yeah.
like a year or two ago, and all I ate was 7-Eleven food for 2 weeks straight because it was also during the weekends. My intestines actually hurt at the end of it. like someone like punched me in the gut for a joke or something, not hard, but just like playful. And I just like went into an egg. I was like, I cannot do this ever again.
No, it's bad. It's bad.
I mean, it was just like Cheetos, pizza, and like Coke for 2 weeks.
Oh, the 7-Eleven pizza smacks.
It does, but you like if I eat it for 2 weeks, my organs are gonna fail on me. That's what it felt like.
Just
it
eat
felt
the
like my
churros. They put churros there, don't they?
No.
Yeah.
What?
I mean, they have a lot of stuff. I could have gotten something else. I just kept getting the pizza just because it was cheap and I liked it.
Yeah. I found that we watched this we watched this documentary called Super Size Me, and you might be familiar with it from this meme
That sounds
that I've seen.
familiar.
Yeah, from this meme that I've seen reposted. It's a review that a guy left of the movie Super Size Me, and the review was essentially like, "Oh, what a fucking surprise! If you eat McDonald's for a month, you'll throw up in a parking lot." Like, which was literally something that happened, like, because the plot of the movie was, supersizing was still a thing back in the day. That term was frequently used by fast food chains, and this guy was like, okay, there are a bunch of really poor people out there who rely on McDonald's for food because it's so cheap. So we're going to see what it's like to live off of McDonald's. So for a month, he eats only McDonald's. And he makes as healthy decisions as possible. And after 1 week, maybe it was after 3 days, I don't remember, but this guy throws up in a parking lot because of how terrible the food is.
I feel like, well, that was during like, that I'm sure it's different now. But unless this is like it was made recently. Was it made recently?
Definitely made within the last 20 years.
Okay. I'm sure it's like some change. Speaking about burgers and stuff, I don't know why that reminds me. But did y'all ever see Good Burgers? Did y'all ever see Good Burgers?
Good Burgers.
The movie? Yeah.
I know you have, Olin, because I'm sure I made you watch it.
You guys have tried to make me watch it so many times, but like we end up never finishing it.
No, how have you not watched Good Burger?
Have you never watched it?
Tried to watch
like
it,
the three movies, like the 3 indie movies that I love, that are, I'm not gonna say that are like masterpieces. I just grew up with them. It's like Good Burgers, Nacho Libre, and Napoleon Dynamite.
Madagascar. No, Madagascar. Okay.
Well, if we're going into animated, that's like a whole like Over the Hedge. Oh my, bro! If you did not watch Over growing up,
bro, I want to watch that movie again.
I never watched. I've heard of Good Burger, but I haven't watched it. What's it about?
It's okay. Hold up. It was made in 1997. That's crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna read the synopsis. Such a weird. Okay, so it's like there's a restaurant called Good Burger, and think about it kind of like Keller's. Like it's a locally, it's like it's not a chain. I guess Keller's is a chain, but it's not a chain. Anyways,
right.
Then you got these big boys coming into town, which is we'll kind of like imagine McDonald's, except it's called Mondo Burger.
Okay.
And this guy named, sorry. I'm trying to remember this. I haven't seen it in so long.
You could just call him like Guy 1 and Guy 2 if that makes it easier.
Okay, so basically like Guy 2 is trying, he's graduating, or it's like the last day of school or something. His name is Dexter Reed in the movie, and he's taking out, I think he like took his parents' car or something, like classics 90s movie, and then he eventually wrecks it because this character Ed was skating, works at Good Burger, and he's like obsessed with Good Burger.
Okay.
Anyways, when Dexter wrecks the car, he has to get a job. So he goes.
He crashed into his teacher.
Oh, that's right. So he gets a job.
Makes him buy it.
Yeah.
So he Mondo Burger.
No. He gets a job. Does he get a job at Mondo Burger first?
He gets fired from Mondo Burger, then he goes to Good Burger and meets Ed.
Yeah, and then he realizes that Ed was the reason why he crashed the car, but then they become best friends, and then he finds out that Ed has this secret sauce he uses on his burgers, and they kind of like show the owner of Good Burger, and then Good Burger, like, because before Good Burger was about to go out of business, and then with this new sauce, it like goes crazy, and Mondo Burger's like, why is this not going out of business? We need this property. So they try to like steal the secret sauce.
Is this movie on Netflix by any chance?
Yes, it is.
Oh my god. Okay, that's where I've seen it. These are the fuckers with like the striped outfits.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I've seen these guys everywhere. I'm glad I know where they came from now. That's
no, it's a great movie, and it always makes me want to like buy, like, eat a burger or something, like, from Keller's. Bro, Keller's hands down has like some of the best fries. Like, you don't need any sauce. The fries themselves are just
sometimes really dry.
Not really. I don't know why. Like, you don't even need to put salt on them. For some reason, they're just perfect.
Wait, they put seasoning on them.
Oh yeah, but like sometimes you need to put a sauce or like seasoning or something. McDonald's has way too much salt, like, on their fries.
Bro, Superbad and what's the other movie called?
Superbad. We watched that Halloween, right?
Yeah, I think so. But Superbad's all popular now. Everyone's just now talking about it because it's on Netflix.
Well, I mean, that's just with the majority. I honestly, like don't really like Netflix right now. They're trying to like, have all their originals, and they produce their own studio, and no one wants it. No one likes the shows. Like, we're all good.
Excuse me?
I mean, the majority. There are a couple. There are a couple that are okay.
Sonny?
But like,
Sonny, you're talking to a fucking Netflix fanatic right now. You gotta understand me, right? Or what I was
like, if I pull up,
I was having a conversation just the other day about literally like the sheer magnitude of Netflix original content and the sheer like Netflix
that no one really watches.
Well, yeah, no one watches, but that's on them. That's on
exactly.
them.
And now they're like, they took all the good stuff away. Like, a lot of the shows that I personally liked and rewatched a lot, they took that away, and they just threw out these like half-assed Netflix originals that I could care less about. Like, I mean, there are a couple good ones, but
what do they throw away?
Malcolm in the Middle is a big one.
Yeah,
I know they took off Friends and The Office, which I care about so much.
Workplace.
I mean, I did like The Office, and I don't really know why. Is Big Mouth a Netflix original?
It is.
Yes.
Yeah. That's. I mean, I also know BoJack is a Netflix original.
Right, I was gonna say, for every Big Mouth, there's a BoJack. Like, there's like a lot of.
But like, one show can't,
okay,
cover the majority of
no.
garbage that is there.
Here's the deal. Because have you seen F is for Family?
Yes, I love that. Oh my god,
isn't it so good?
Bro, oh my.
Oh, is Midnight Gospel
Midnight Gospel is also a Netflix original.
Okay, that's two shows I like.
Weird.
Yeah, I know, right?
That shit was weird.
Wait, did you watch Midnight Gospel?
I think I watched it before you, and then you started getting into it. I was like,
I watched it in the summer, like when because I was like, this looks super trippy, and it reminds me of Adventure Time. Which, going back and looking back on Adventure Time, it's kind of creepy. Like the one with the blank-eyed girl episode.
Yeah. They didn't even explain it. They was just like, it just ended with them like, oh.
They became like dandelions or something.
Right.
Like drifted off into space. I mean, that's how Adventure Time has always been. And then regular show, you're just on a acid trip for the middle of it, and then everything's back to normal.
Regular show is anything but, and I love that.
No, yeah, I love regular show, hands down.
Okay. Real quick, circling back to Netflix. Sorry if you hear weird noises. I'm kind of like cutting a hole in a cup to make a mic stand.
It's all good.
Netflix, particularly recently, they went through this kind of slump where it was like, the top of the game, but also incredibly lackluster because
Yeah.
everyone was taking off all of their properties off of Netflix and making their own streaming service.
Like Disney.
Like, okay, Disney can go fuck themselves. I hate Disney Plus so much, but
I love
anyway,
Disney
Bro,
Plus.
I love Disney Plus.
I
watched
love
Ratatouille
Disney
last
Plus. I
night.
don't know
Oh,
what
dude.
you're talking about.
Disney
I
Plus.
don't like
Ratatouille.
Disney, but they made a pretty good streaming service.
I love their interface too. It's so
What
nice.
is the fucking matter with you? The UI on Disney Plus is literally fucking.
It is actually
shit.
nice.
It
The
is
only
not.
interface I hate is
It's not.
HBO. HBO can like go into a trash can. I hate it.
I cannot
What is
speak for
this?
HBO, but the problem with Disney Plus is that they don't understand how people like to fucking watch series. I click on a series and then they just immediately start playing where I left off instead of letting me pick the fucking episode. Like I wanted to watch The Simpsons, right? I wanted to watch The Simpsons, so I clicked.
Is that still going on? That's still going on, right?
Yeah.
That show needs to end.
Yeah.
Like it is way past. I mean, no hate on The Simpsons.
One Piece
classic,
is still
but,
going
like,
on. It's been from the 90s.
Yeah, but like
Oh,
it's
shit, now,
getting better. Like the newest episodes look amazing and are awesome. Like Simpsons is
I'm
just
back.
kind of like
Simpsons is going up. I need to put stock in Simpsons. Simpsons is
Family
getting
Guy
fucking
needs
crazy.
to end. Like please.
Family Guy needed to end the day it got taken off of TV. Here's the deal. Here's the deal, and these are the facts. Okay, I wanted to watch The Simpsons, but I didn't want to. I didn't want to start at the beginning because no one wants to start at the beginning, right?
Of course.
And I didn't want to start at the end because fucking no one, like even fewer people, wanted to watch the new Simpsons, right?
Yeah.
So I clicked on it, and immediately it starts playing the first Simpsons, and I'm like, stop it. Stop doing that. So I'm like fucking frantically looking for the episodes because I don't want to watch this shit. The UI of
I mean, that's kind of like Netflix though.
No.
Like if I click on
you go to the show and then you hover over it for a little bit and it'll show you the episodes. It gives you an option to click on the episodes. Disney Plus sends you straight into the fucking. I hate Disney Plus's UI. I also kind of hate.
I just
Disney
like how it looks.
right now.
It just feels nice for me. I mean,
It
that's
looks cool.
It feels normal. Like it's like I don't like it's small, but I don't like how their keyboard works or looks. Like it's just kind of like I didn't really. It's just the keyboard, but it's like I don't really care.
The
It's like,
keyboard's
it's a
kind
keyboard.
of important.
like HBO Max and all that stuff I can't stand because it's so complicated and it just looks gross. Like sure they have a couple good series on there that I like, but I'm not like you're not gonna catch.
That's it, right?
I mean, I just use it to watch like Adventure Time because they're like the only ones with the whole series and stuff.
Oh yeah, HBO
Hulu
just
has
kind
it.
of took all of Cartoon Network properties.
Hulu, that's what I was thinking. I wasn't thinking of HBO. I was thinking of Hulu.
I use Hulu all the time. I love Hulu.
I know that's what I was thinking about. Hulu. I don't like the interface of Hulu.
Hulu's interface isn't my favorite, but it is not even half as bad as Disney Plus's. I fucking.
You
hate
see,
it.
I completely disagree with that.
Here's the deal. Like
for me, it's looks.
Disney Plus. No.
Looks
No,
is like the first
okay.
thing. If I see it and it's pleasing to look at,
And then you like the Smash 4 UI, don't you? Because it looks really pretty.
No, I don't like the Smash 4 UI. I
whore.
don't. I
fucking
really don't.
graphic
If
whore.
I like Brawls the most because I mean that's probably nostalgia talking, but
here's how in importance of UI, you need clarity. And what I find so repugnant about Disney Plus is that I know it's the Disney streaming service. If Disney owns it and they own everything because they haven't been doing shit for the past 10 years, it is on Disney Plus. So I get on Disney Plus. Why don't I see anything cool? Why do I see a bunch of dick Disney Plus originals that no one asked for? Why do I see a bunch of
That's the same with Netflix though. You can't switch it around.
When I get on
Netflix, it's like 90% is Netflix originals that I have never heard of and I never watch. The only ones I've watched is Midnight Gospel, BoJack Horseman, and Daredevil, and that is it.
When I get on Netflix, they show me the things that I would like to watch. When I get on Disney Plus, they show me nothing I want to watch, and they also make it impossible to find the things that I do want to watch.
Not really. It's like genres. It's like Marvel.
It's not. It's
Marvel
you
is
open
not
up
a
Disney
genre.
Plus. And
Well, I'm not
Yeah.
saying genre. I'm just saying specific, like
companies that they bought.
Yeah, companies.
That they're taking.
Like and it's so easy. It's like Star Wars: New Hope. There we go. Easy.
Disney isn't even doing anything. Like I think their most recent movie that they're actually working on is like the one where they're glorifying the puppy Skinner.
What?
Which one?
Like it's
the
remake
one
of
with
the
the
1,000 Dalmatians or 101
yeah,
Dalmatians.
but it's like the Cruella DeVille. Is that her name? Yeah.
And it's about that. Everything that they have that's good on Disney Plus isn't even theirs. I don't know like that Disney. Like you get on and it's just like here's.
I mean, the best thing they have right now is like not even from Disney. I mean, it's just like Marvel and Star Wars. Like Mandalorian and WandaVision is basically what's saving.
Legit, like.
I mean, I also got it because it's hella cheap. Like it's $6 for all of that. That's awesome. Also, like I want to watch all of the Marvel movies. Like I love Guardians of the Galaxy, but like pretty sure Netflix didn't have that. Like the majority of all the Marvel movies are on Disney Plus, and I would like to watch that.
Right.
Or like Star Wars, like A New Hope. I want to watch that in HD, and that's it looks so nice.
I'm kind of prejudiced against Disney, in case you couldn't tell, because like these guys have the most resources out of any entertainment company.
Absolutely.
It feels as if for the past 10 years they have been spending that time not trying to tell provoking and interesting stories, and instead just kind of doing what works. And I'm speaking about Disney here. I'm speaking about Disney because a lot of people are like, oh, but Pixar's been making good they bought Pixar.
Yeah, they bought I don't think I've ever I haven't seen a Disney movie in forever. Like a genuine Disney movie.
I can list you a few. And tell me if you've seen these.
All right.
Frozen 2.
Oh yeah.
I saw Frozen 1 and I did not like it. It was just like it was so overhyped when I watched it. I was like, this is not entertaining.
Everyone was like, this is gonna be the next Lion King. And it is not.
No. But Frozen 1 came out a while ago.
2013.
Like 20
yes.
2013.
Then there's Moana.
Okay, I actually like that.
Moana
wasn't bad.
Moana was pretty solid.
That was good.
At least they I liked how they went all in on the Disney princess thing.
Wait, isn't Wreck-It Ralph Disney?
Yes, I was about to say Wreck-It Ralph and
Wreck-It Ralph. But the second one's horrible because the
second one's horrible, but the first one's amazing. I love
They've been making
I cried
sequels.
in the first one. It had when he's like falling down. I was like in the movie theater at 8 years old. I was like,
no, dude. And then like they gotta close. He's like running to the door, but he saved his best friend.
That was the craziest plot twist, though. Whenever like it shows the
mayor,
it's like the mayor is actually
I have to watch that movie again, bro. It's so good.
It's just really it looks really good too.
It is very pretty. A big thing with Disney is that like a lot of the things they make are like highly polished movies and like do a really good job of I guess to a good way to describe my distaste with Disney for the past decade has just been unchallenging and lazy.
Well, yeah.
Lazy in the sense of they keep just buying things and then that's like, oh, because now that Marvel's part of us, we're as good. We're good.
We're Marvel essentially.
Right.
So whatever they produce, we can count that as a produce for us, which is not how it. Like, no, we haven't seen a Disney movie in forever.
Right, and then like, so they keep buying things in terms of laziness, and then like unchallenging is a lot of the actual Disney movies. Did you see The Greatest Showman? I could talk your ear off about The Greatest Showman because
I did not. I think that was the most overhyped thing
absolutely
of all time, and the music was literally so average. When so many people were like, dude, this is the greatest movie of all time, yada yada yada. The music is absolutely stunning. And I watched it and I was like, wow, this is like me going to In-N-Out for the first time and being very disappointed because everyone hyped it up. In-N-Out is one of the most mediocre fast food restaurants.
Never shut the fuck up about In-N-Out. We've all heard it. We don't care.
Yes, I know, but I just want
to of In-N-Out. My only complaint is that their menu's really small, but I think that what they do on their menu's good, so I can't complain that much.
It's good, but it's like the first time I had it, my friend's like looking at me like, "Oh, you're gonna love this," and I eat it. I'm like, "Wow, that is." It's a burger.
No, this shit.
Like, yeah, it's a burger. Like the fries are pretty good, I guess.
It's definitely not like the holy grail of burger places, like some people say it is. But
yeah,
but like, okay, specifically Greatest Showman. I feel like I haven't seen it in forever, but I remember when I first saw it, I had like a fucking shopping list of problems I had with it. But the biggest one and the easiest to poke fun at is the fact that it did the exact same shit as Song of the South.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys recall Song of the South?
I don't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't.
So let me tell you about it. I don't. Back when color movies happened, I don't remember what year that was, but Disney produced a movie that they wish you would forget called Song of the South, and it was on the surface level. There's nothing really wrong with it. It is accused of being incredibly racist, and when you look at it just as a movie, there's nothing. I haven't actually seen it, but like surface level, on the like surfaciest surface level, it's like, oh, this is a fun movie for the whole family to watch. Everyone's having a good time in the movie, right?
Yeah.
Nothing's inherently degrading or off about it until you keep watching and you realize that they have this like 1850s aesthetic of like a plantation, and all of the black people are doing all of the work and they're just fine with it, and no one's talking about slavery. They're kind of just pretending that slavery wasn't happening, but it totally was.
Yeah.
It was like they were painting slavery like, yeah.
Like
They
as
liked it. They liked it.
It's like it wasn't that bad.
Oh, they had fun. Right? And,
yeah.
And it's like that's exactly the same shit that the Greatest Showman did, because
it's all shits and giggles.
Yeah, like the Hamilton, the iconic Hamilton, right?
Yeah.
Which is also now on Disney Plus, but they.
Oh, it is. I forgot.
Yeah, that movie was like a character study of a beloved American icon, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they didn't leave out the parts about the founding fathers being racist. They had that front and center, right?
Yeah.
But The Greatest Showman, which was a character study of an alleged American icon, completely ignored the fact that this guy was just a fucking asshole. He was just a dick that wanted money and
but they portrayed him as like what he was. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like, huh? It was terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't like Greatest Showman.
That was, and the amount of times like I heard that first song too, you know.
Greatest Show.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at, I don't know in what conversation, but I don't know when we were. You're talking about, that's right. You're talking about the UI, and you're like, oh, you probably like the Smash 4. And I was like, no, I like Brawl. And then I was like, I wonder when Brawl came out. And I was like, probably like 2012, 2008.
Yeah. Yeah. It turned like 13 recently or something.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I remember.
It lasted for a while.
Oh. Yo, you glitching out. Yo, you there?
Can you hear him?
No. You're kind of glitching out. Yeah, he's freezing up. Oh, gosh. Okay. But I remember going to this guy's house. He is now like an adult. He has a wife and also a child, and my family is still friends with him. But I met him when he was in high school. I don't know if he was a junior or if he was a senior or something. I know he wasn't like a freshman, but
yeah.
I went over to his house. I don't know what for. I think it was like for Thanksgiving or something. And I went up into his room, and he had like this whole decked out area. and he was like, "Yo, check out this game," and he popped Super Smash Bros. 64 and or I don't know if it was, I think it was Majora's Mask, but like for them, those were like the games, you know, and it's crazy just how fast everything seems to be moving, but so slow at the same time.
Right.
Especially with like this past year. And I think, you know, everyone's kind of felt like in this weird limbo, and I never understood like how to describe that, you know. I was like, why do I feel like this? I don't, you know, I do the same things I usually do. Why do I feel like I'm in a weird limbo where time moves fast but slow at the same time? And I realized that it's because everyone doesn't really have anything to look forward to, you know? Like there was always something going. Well, no, not in like a, not like like obviously you have life to look forward to and stuff. But I'm saying it, I'm saying in the everyday things, like especially because of the school we went to, there was always something happening every day, whether that was someone, you know, showing off art they made, or they were playing music in the hall, or we had some like weird day where like Kevin Hart came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And even like the smaller or like the normal things, like there was a new movie coming out in theaters, or there's a concert. There was always something, and it wasn't that we had to plan for it. It was already planned because, you know, events and stuff. But because all of that got shut down, then it was our responsibility, if we wanted to do something, to go out and do it, which after a while is tiring.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't really do things anyways because it's limited to what you can do. So I think that's why like everyone's kind of felt like in this weird limbo, because you have things, you have obligations and responsibilities you still have to do.
Yeah.
But there aren't the like the fun events that come along with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. That was like kind of a, you know, like a third eye awakening for me. Not really, but like it just made me understand.
Yeah.
Like why everyone's kind of felt this way.
Yeah. I also think like, because I went from seeing, God, this isn't even what I was about to just say, but I fucking miss Comic-Con, dude. I'm gonna skin someone if I don't get to go to Comic-Con again. I'm like, I please.
Like I know it's just, there's so many things, and everyone's like at this point they're like, yo, you know, things gotta change. Like it's been not just for, you know, our economic well-being as a country and everything, and for businesses, but also just for people's mental health to like be able and do stuff. And I do believe that we're going to keep wearing masks even like far into the future, because that's actually a pretty common practice in a lot of countries.
It's smart.
Pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
Like especially in Asia, you know, I mean, that was just because of some countries have air pollution, which is not good. But
country Asia.
But like, huh?
Country Asia.
Yes, totally.
The country Asia.
No, I'm just saying like that whole area.
The country Asia.
Not no. Yeah. Like I'm talking about
the area.
Sonny,
but like China, Japan, South Korea.
It's on the tip of your tongue.
Not counting North. But and I'm sure other countries also, you know, do that as well, but it's just respectful for people, if you have like a common cold before the pandemic, to wear a mask.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't mind the mask. I know a lot of people do. I still don't understand the people that like wear it just below their nose.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen people handling food that wear it just below their nose, and I'm like, guy,
Yeah, that doesn't. That's not.
I would rather you have your mouth open because the nose is blowing the air directly on
directly down towards
versus like you're missing on one of those. And I don't want to be like, hey, this is how you wear your mask, but at the same time there's not a subtle way to tell someone that they're doing it wrong. And there are people that are like, I'm about to come off as really insensitive, but there are people that are like, oh, I have a breathing problem. How bad can your breathing problem be that like just letting your nose breathe is enough?
Because there's like paper mask, like the more paper type mask are pretty easy to breathe in. Like I get it if you're trying, like if you have a really bad breathing problem and you're trying to breathe through like a thick cotton mask, like that's not gonna work. Even like when I go and work out, I have to switch masks to like the paper ones because if I'm wearing my nice cotton one, it literally just like goes into my mouth and I can't get any air in because I'm breathing really hard, especially when I'm doing cardio. So I switch out and use the paper. So that makes sense. But to overall just like put it under your nose so your nose is sticking out or whatever, it's like, why are you wearing a mask?
Why
like
bother
that defeats why would you, that defeats the whole purpose.
It's like fucking it's like using a pencil and then taking out the lead or something like that.
Yeah. And using like the lead, just like holding the lead. Like what? Why makes no sense. And I've seen that a lot, and especially since I work in the food business, like fast food and restaurant, just a lot of people who've come in. I mean, I have a lot of weird stories from, because I worked at Chick-fil-A, and for some reason, if we ever get your order wrong, we have to like give you, you can keep that order plus we give you the right one. But the amount of times like people have tried,
then why don't you just be like, hey, I ordered a
you see,
large
no, I know what you're about to say, and some dude tried to do that and he messed up so bad. I was like,
mess that up?
Like he was like, hey man, so like I didn't get some fries with this one thing and my friend, and I paid this much. And I already know, like I'd been working there for a while, so I know the prices really well. And he was like, he said something that like didn't make sense. I think it was like,
why would you mention
something about like how much he got back? It just didn't add up. Like he said one thing and then said a totally different number in the change he got. And I'm like, wait, what? And then I was like, I can go grab my manager, like, fix this because I got a huge line. And he's like, and he started freaking out. And buddy. So, I mean, I used to have people like that. But like in a restaurant, in a normal restaurant, you have a lot of people who don't wear their mask, right? And especially because of the people that come in to eat. And it's unfortunate, like they'll be very determined not to wear a mask. And I'll just be like, bro, just put it on, walk 2 steps and you're good.
Right.
And
why would you? Okay. This is circling back to that fucking Chick-fil-A thing. Because I've gotten when you're trying to scam someone. This is really good advice for anyone that wants to scam people. When you're trying to scam someone,
we're not actually doing this.
You want to come off as unsuspecting as possible.
Yeah.
When I think
you want to be as confident as possible in what you're saying. You want to believe your own self.
Yeah, and a lot of people take that information and they're like, okay, so what I need to do is I need to have the most facts and evidence and arguments under my belt to prove my side right. But you don't want to do that at all because you're wrong.
Yeah, and you're just gonna sound wrong.
What I do, and like the more casual, the more seamless, the less people are expecting it, right?
Yeah.
Like if
you don't want to make it a big thing.
When you go up and you're like, the longer you talk, the more you give this exhausted teenager time to think about it, right?
Yeah.
So you don't go up and you're like, hey, I paid like $17.50 and I only got like 35 cents change because I didn't get one of my and it's like whoa. Now I'm paying attention. Well, you gotta be like,
I don't want to listen to you read Moby Dick.
Right.
Just tell me what the issue is.
Well, you gotta be like, hey, I ordered a large fry and I don't have a large. This is a medium.
Although that did happen the other day. You did
Yeah.
not get your large fry.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, but like, cause that's how you would say it if it actually happened. So you'd be like, hey,
I'd be just be like, hey, I didn't get a large. And sometimes it's kind of hard because it'll be like, oh well, I heard you say medium, but because it's Chick-fil-A,
yeah,
they're kind of like whoever's in charge will be like, hey, it's fine.
It's like also a matter of they're not losing that much money.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Yeah, no, Chick-fil-A makes bank, especially like lunch rush. Oh my gosh.
Why is it that every time I want Chick-fil-A, it's Sunday?
It's Sunday. I was about to get Chick-fil-A this past Sunday, and I was like, man, I'm about to be.
No, you weren't.
And then, yeah, although my dad ate Chick-fil-A on a Sunday. Like, he ordered Chick-fil-A and got it.
What?
Yeah, so he was on a photo shoot, and he's eating Chick-fil-A, and it's a Sunday, but he wasn't really thinking, but he's just eating it. And his, like, whoever he was working with, he was like, dude, we're eating Chick-fil-A. And he was like, yeah, okay. We are. And he's like, I don't think you understand. We're the only ones in the world eating Chick-fil-A on a Sunday.
Jesus Christ.
I want to get an award. I would totally be down. Just like, yeah, kind of ate Chick-fil-A on a Sunday.
That's worthy of a plaque.
I don't want a YouTube plaque, like a platinum plaque. No, I want a plaque of me with a Chick-fil-A sandwich, and it says the date.
Yeah, I want my YouTube plaque. I deserve a YouTube plaque.
You do.
I would be really happy if Chick-fil-A started a program where they just like, instead of giving you like a paper receipt, it's like engraved in stone, you know, like really nice.
Just like Stone Age.
That goes along with their
keep it every time
biblical ideals.
Yeah. It's like,
oh my god,
mini 10 commandments, but it's your receipt.
10 orders.
That way the person has to think extra hard about what you ordered, so they A, don't get it wrong, and B, you can't scam them.
Less
and they're
money.
Like, I got my order wrong. What the fuck is this? And you're like, listen, I know what I wrote. I know what I heard. If I got this wrong, I'm killing myself and quitting.
Shit. You're not gonna sit here and tell me.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that would take like the lines. That would actually lose business because they're like, I don't care. Just throw the receipt away.
I don't know. I feel like a lot of people will come for the authenticity.
It should be like a limited time offer. 10 commandments receipt.
10 commandments.
The supreme chicken spicy chicken sandwich.
I'm gonna present you guys with a hypothetical. Okay.
All right.
Let's say
we'll do this, and then we've gone a pretty long time.
Yeah. Let's say. Okay. Well, now I feel bad that this is what it's ending off on because it's not good.
Just go ahead. I mean.
Yeah. Here's the setup. It's a Sunday, and you want some Chick-fil-A, but you don't know the date. So you pull up into the drive-thru, and you go to the window, and there's a cashier person there. They're like there, and it's Sunday, and no one else is there. It's just them, and they're like, hey, what can I get for you? And they're really cute. I don't know if they're a guy or a girl. They can be whatever you want in this fantasy. They could be a them if you want, but they're just really attractive. That's all that matters. And they're like, hey, what can I get you, right? And you're like, oh, can I get and they stop you. They stick their hand with the fucking glove out all the way, and they're like, and they put their hand on your mouth and they stop you from speaking, and they're like, I already know what you want. And then they like unbutton their collared shirt a little bit, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, and you're instantly get turned on, right? But then you check the date and you realize it's Sunday, the Lord's Day. What do you do?
without the commandments.
Oh man, am I still getting my chicken nuggies?
It depends on the quality of the food to me. If that spicy chicken sandwich is not hot enough,
is it a 10? Is it a 10 out of 10? Or are we talking like 8 out of 10?
It's a Chick-fil-A girl, not usually. I mean, they're girls, not ugly.
No, I'm just thinking about the furry dude from the tavern video game you sent.
Bro, what? That Big Bird from Freebirds, the turkey movie.
Oh, what the fuck?
He's abused.
I thought you were just gonna say Big Bird, Sesame Street.
No, Big Bird's fake. But that fat ass turkey from like the CIA agent for turkeys. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
He's hot.
Yeah.
Big Bird's not a real bird.
What?
Big Bird's not.
What?
It's not a real bird.
What are you talking about, man?
Just ruins this person's childhood. What? They actually added the Muppet. I know Big Bird isn't from the Muppets, but they added the Muppet Show to Disney Plus.
No, Big Bird is a Muppet. All of the
but he's not specifically like.
He's not the Muppets, but he's
no. Well, yeah. He was in the Muppet movie though.
He's been in. They make a lot of guest appearances.
Yeah, you'll see him just like traveling.
Yeah. Oh, okay. This is I'm stealing this from Salmonella, if y'all don't
All
mind.
right.
But
Yeah.
So when they were first gearing up sending people to space in the 60s, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Sesame Street almost did like this collaboration with NASA to send Big Bird into space, right?
Oh, I know that.
About this?
I know what you're talking about.
So they were doing this thing to send Big Bird into space, and he was too big to fit in the shuttle, so he didn't go to space. And they sent like some like geology teachers, a science teacher, something like that, and the shuttle that they were gonna send Big Bird on blew up and he fucking died.
Yeah.
So
all of them, there was no survivors.
Yeah. To quote Salmonella, there is a parallel universe not too far from ours where Big Bird fucking exploded.
Yeah.
Like
feathers and everything. Oh, it's just a big yellow cloud.
Piss cloud.
The smoke rises. It's just Big Bird's head.
It's raining shicky fingies.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It's like perfectly cooked in some parts too.
No.
It just rains down on you and you're like, what? Bird.
All right. Well, that ends the first ever episode of the RetroRama Podcast. Thank you all so much if you listened this far. And I'll see y'all in the future.